Coach, it seemed like you guys came out kind of ready to fight there, and then the big scoop and score really kind of changed momentum. How do you think the team responded, and what do you think about that play?
Yeah, we didn't respond the way we needed to. To me, especially offensively, really struggled after that with what happened over the next couple of drives, and so needed to be able to get something going. Again, from a complementary football standpoint, it's been talked about a ton. I have not fixed that. But when we've played well defensively, we've struggled offensively. And when we've played well offensively, it's just the opposite. And so that has been the most frustrating moments to me, is we hadn't found ways to keep momentum when we've had it. And when you don't do that, man, it leaves it to chance when you're playing good football teams.
Jeff, it feels like a lot of these games are kind of similar, where you're trailing maybe in the third quarter, but you're still within striking distance, but just kind of unable to gain momentum enough to kind of tie the game or get ahead. What do you kind of attribute that stuff to in these games?
It's been different in every single moment, but we're down 11. We got a chance on 4th and 3 to be able to go. We're being aggressive. Book is a go all the way. I'm going for it. And for us, we've got to make that layup. And that's truly a layup where we have the ability to be able to go pitch and catch a little bit on the route, a little bit on the ball. And to me, then you're able to get momentum. And things got a chance to be a little bit different. But scoring touchdowns in the red zone, the Scoop scored a touchdown for Missouri defensively, that to me is where the game got away from us.
You talked earlier in the week about how good Missouri's been on third down, both sides of the ball, and that was certainly a big part of their success here today. What sort of went on in your mind on third down, both sides of the ball, that led to this?
Yeah, for us offensively, we did not do a great job of making the layups. I thought we had opportunities at times to pitch and catch and make things incredibly easy, and we weren't able to execute. And this game, it will punish you for a lack of execution, and we've seen that. We saw that today. I thought early in the game defensively, again on third downs, I thought we had a couple opportunities to get off the field. They end up scoring after a 3rd and 5 where we got the guy dead to rights, got a sack, don't end up getting him on the ground, and they make the throw and the catch on a scramble in the back of the end zone to score their second touchdown. And to me, that was a game-changing moment for us, because I thought we had the ability to keep some momentum there. But that's the plays that we have to make to change the outcome.
Coach, we've seen a lot this year where you guys have had good stretches in games, but not really a complete game, both offensive and defensively, like you said in one of your first answers. What's it going to take against a good opponent next week to finally have that full four-quarter performance?
Yeah, we are. We're going to need to find ways to execute in the biggest of situations, and we're going to need to make the layups. When we have a guy dead to rights and get him on the ground on a 3rd and 6, you get him on the ground, you get off the field. When you have the ability to go pitch and catch on an intermediate end breaker, it's an 8-yard throw, you do that. When you have the ability on third down to score a touchdown, you score now. You stay in your progression, you pitch and catch, and you score touchdowns instead of kicking field goals. So there's a lot of different examples that give us the opportunity to play cleaner the entire game. But to me, it starts with the easy stuff, staying easy, and making the layups nonstop.
Coach, there seemed to be a lot of rotation along the offensive line throughout the game. What's kind of the thought process behind that?
Yeah, we were just rotating. Obviously, Jimothy getting some work there with Luke work. We had moved Albert inside, and we were rolling Jacoby and Albert at left guard. Felt like those two, just having the ability to keep them fresh. They played a lot of snaps for us over the year, but they needed to have the ability to stay fresh and be able to go play as hard as they possibly could throughout the game, and that's what we'll continue to do.
Obviously, y'all have had some major struggles on the defensive side of the ball. What do you feel like is the biggest need for you in the offseason to fix that? And what's your confidence level in this staff on the defensive side of the ball to fix it?
Yeah, I mean, the first part of that is we have to find a way to get the guys in here from a defensive line standpoint and second-level player standpoint to give us a chance. I think it's very easy to see today. From a run defense standpoint, we got worn down in a huge way. They were able to just find ways to make 3, 4, 5 yards, hold the ball. They hold the ball for 9 minutes of the third quarter on that first drive, and we have to have the ability to get the bodies in here that we need, to give us a chance to create some rotation so you can play multiple guys and find ways to be a hell of a lot better up front, and that's going to be the first part of it. And from a staffing standpoint, I do have confidence. I see those guys every single day. I see their fight. I see their energy. I see their toughness. I see how consistent they've been. And so I do. I've got a lot of faith in those guys.
Coach, Devon, he continues to build momentum, seems like through every game. Today may have been his best game. He broke a couple of big ones. Just evaluate his performance.
Vaughn's gotten better every single week. I think he's done a really nice job with his opportunities. And, man, wish we had him back because he's really hit his stride at a really good time for him. Frustrated because he's played really well and he's not able to enjoy it. But proud of how he's gone about it. A guy that has, man, he's taken advantage of every single opportunity he's had.
Announced before the game about Mario Craver being suspended. Was that just for this game, or is that indefinitely? Or
yeah, we'll see how this week goes. Again, for Rio, man, just there's expectations that we're going to operate with every single day inside our building. My hope is that Rio has a great week and comes back and again shows that, man, he's ready to be a great teammate and had a couple of bad moments, but the hope is that he's ready to roll on Friday.
Coach, at times you get the good start today, but it seems like sometimes once a team gets some separation, the offense kind of settles down and make plays. What do you feel like you need to do? Maybe coach them up to make those plays in those high leverage situations before there is separation.
Yeah, I mean, for us, it's the detail of how we do what we do, and having the ability to where if I have a chance to make a first down on 2nd and 8 and I catch a ball in the flat and I go up and over and it ends up being 3rd and 1, we don't execute 3rd and 1. You got a chance to make the first down on 2nd down, make it now. And that is, again, the game will punish you if you don't take advantage of situations just like that. If you have to constantly snap the ball in 3rd down situations, it's going to be really hard. You know, and today we didn't execute well enough. I didn't coach near well enough to give us a chance to go do that on 3rd down.
Past few weeks, we've seen some plays from Stonka on special teams, and I mean, you can kind of see the intensity that he brings. Has there been any conversations about an opportunity for him on maybe on defense or expanded role beyond where he's been on special teams?
Yeah, I think we'll get to that point as we finish this thing up. You know, after next week, again, Stonka has done a really good job on teams. He's made an impact. You can tell the kid's got natural instinct. He's got natural strike and physicality to him. And so what I love about him is he's just stayed the course. And so as we get closer to that, we'll have conversation. Right now we need him in the receiver room from a role standpoint to be able to roll with these guys and have some plays to take some off of some of the other guys.
Coach, last home game of the season, and despite it being a tough season, the fans have stuck with you guys. Just kind of talk about the fans continuing to show their support game in and game out.
Yeah, again, we'll never take it for granted. And for me, coming here, this being year one, I had great awareness of the support, and that was a huge deal for me and my excitement in Mississippi State. That hadn't budged because our people do. They love state, and they love football. And when we get this thing rolling, because we will, their excitement will be through the roof, and I'm ready for that to happen.
Coach, short work week for you, and I know this game just ended, but now it's officially rivalry week. I mean, what's the schedule look like for you guys this week, and how do you maybe emphasize this game to some of these newcomers that have come in from the portal?
Yeah, tomorrow they'll be back in the building with us. We'll get a flex and a shakeout. We'll have meetings, obviously, to be able to clean this up and clear the game, and then we'll be straight into prep. So our Monday, obviously, will speed up, be our Tuesday, and so on and so forth. Talked about it in the locker room post-game. This game's important. It matters. It matters to our fan base. It matters to our state. It matters to our great university. We're going to stress the heck out of that. We have the ability to finish how we want to finish, and so that's a choice. I'm going to continue to talk about that, and every single person inside our building every day needs to have the best day they've had as we move forward and get ready to go to Oxford.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.